The Joe Rogan Experience.
And this excuse making that people do as a straight white man, I can't get a break in this town. Like, oh my God. When you're a straight white man and you're complaining, like you got one of the most fucking captivating hands of cards
in world history.
In the world history in 2019, straight
Still
white
a great
male.
hand. Still a great hand. You might get
hand.
beat with a crazy, Nanette.
Yeah,
And then that hand.
take you out at the hamstrings.
Nanette'll get you on the river.
Yeah, but
where she what?
I know she got number one, but it wasn't even funny.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Anti-comedy? What's anti-comedy?
All right.
My take on the Nanette thing, and I haven't even seen it. It's like, do people like it? Yeah, good.
I saw it live.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Nice.
It's
Where'd you
not
see it?
like I saw it in New York. I saw it before it was on Netflix. Like I saw it and met her and was like, thought I was
Is she
like,
nice?
It was an awkward conversation. I'll say that.
Well, she is a little spectrum-y, right? Isn't
That's
it? She talks about
I think
that?
that's a
She's
fair,
pretty open about
fair estimation.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like easy.
Do you find that when you speak to certain women in particular, you feel like almost like you're guilty of something? Like you're a male, like you're an oppressor. Do you ever feel
Not
like that?
too many women, and it could just be a projection. It could be my own.
Yes.
It could be I'm like auto projecting. Where I'm like,
I definitely do that.
there aren't too many, but I think you have to work against stereotypes. You're working against tattoos, built, bald, right wing podcaster.
Well, cage fighting commentator too. So I got everything wrong.
I forgot about that.
Bow
Jesus,
hunter.
Joe.
Yeah, I'm a monster.
Yeah, so like you have a lot. I'm pretty, effete.
The way I look is a problem. It's like
what are the odds you're not sexist?
Right, or a dickhead?
Yeah,
not that good.
Yeah, like what are the odds? Like so, you try. I mean, I don't feel it too much, but I can imagine what percentage of women do you feel like you have to do that with?
The ones who don't know me. Once they know me, like I'm pretty nice.
Like go to a venue. You go to the venue that you've never been to. Mm-hmm. There's a woman, the backstage, one of the works for Live Nation, or she works at the venue. Like, does she assume that you're?
Nah, not if they work for Live Nation.
Okay.
I'm nice to all those folks.
Yeah.
But I think that if someone has like a very staunch feminist perspective, and they meet someone like me, they might, depending upon their perspective, they might think that I'm the enemy. That's a possibility. That like right away they look at me like the enemy.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing of like, what are you absolute? Like, even, and you can tell sometimes when you're arguing with people that are super dogmatic about whatever they believe in, you can watch them go into a line of logic that they know that they then realize I can't, because that will like cede some ground to this person. They go like, ugh. And it's like, I saw you start to go down that, like, just a reason. And I'm not saying stop believing what you believe in. It's just like, it doesn't have to be 100%.
Exactly.
It's fine. You can you'll still win the popular vote. It's just majority rules. It doesn't have to be overwhelming. Just don't. It's dishonest in a way, because they don't want to believe. They don't want to have. They don't want to have a chink in their armor in terms of logically. Yeah,
they want to lump people into categories because it's easy to define them too. We were goofing yesterday. Me and Joe List were goofing around about Alyssa Milano's sex strike that she was proposing. And I was like, one of the things that's offensive about that is, first of all, that women would agree with you. That they would just withhold sex from the person that they love.
Because Alyssa Milano said.
Because Alyssa Milano said you should withhold sex because in fucking Georgia they're limiting abortion laws. But the second thing is that you would assume that all men are responsible for this. Not even just the voters in Georgia, but all men somehow. Like a man in Minneapolis should be denied sex from his progressive girlfriend.
Or that he's going to call like his friend in Alabama, like, man,
this
you
really
better
works.
do something because I'm not getting no pussy up here, bro.
This fucking sex strike is for real.
Bro, this is hitting home.
It's so delusional and such a dumb flag of virtue that they're throwing up. And it's such stupid 2019 woke politics that was actually.
By the way, it's like based on La Estrada, like a old Greek play.
Was it really?
Yeah.
No shit. There was a sex strike in an old Greek play?
And that's what that movie Chirac was about. It was a sex strike.
No
in
kidding.
Chicago. Yeah.
Did that work?
It's I don't think it's ever. I don't know. Will you Google and see if it's ever been done?
I would imagine that girls just use an excuse to not fuck a guy they don't want to fuck. Like,
well, it's also like
I'm on a sex
most of them
strike.
aren't fucking anyway.
Me.
It's like,
right.
like, what are you gonna? It's like Rock had that joke about like, what are you gonna? You can't stop. You're already not fucking me,
dude. When you hear women talk about not wanting to fuck their husbands, it's like it's such a depressing. Like, I was listening to this gal. She was like, well, most wives don't want to have sex with their husbands. Like, what? You listen to that, you're like, ugh.
As a husband, it bumps you out, or as a human being.
Humans
that they're in a situation.
Yeah. Well, the thing that people like the most about relationships, but besides the fact that you love someone, you care someone, is having sex with somebody who wants to have sex with you.
Yeah,
it's
great.
Fun.
Yeah,
it's a fun time.
It's very rewarding. Feels real nice.
Feels great, especially take a little hit, so you really feel it.
Yeah,
you feel vulnerable.
Yeah.
It feels great. So when you hear that someone doesn't want that, and then their attitude is that most women don't want that.
Yeah.
Most women don't want to have sex with their husband. They just do it because they have to. Like,
well, that's also, it's very hard to get a clear story about women and sexuality in that, like, I think it's varies from wildly.
Oh, for sure.
Like,
well, hasn't it in girls you've dated?
Yeah, even
right?
The other day I put a thing on Instagram where I said, if you start following a guy, how long do you think he should wait to DM you? Because as a guy, I'll have girls follow me, and because I just do jokes on there, I'm like, does this girl want to? I don't want to be like, so you came for the comedy, also dick. I don't.
Yeah, that's a weird thing.
I don't want to bum her out if she just came because she thinks I'm funny. But like, yes, but what about fucking me? Can I interest you in that?
What about my penis?
Yes. So, and of course, the answers were all over the place.
Yeah, I was
like 4 days, 5 days, 10 minutes. And then I said, but if he's cute, it doesn't matter. And they all wrote, nope, doesn't matter.
Yeah, if it's Aquaman, just let them
fine.
DMs slide right
I like
on
that you're
in.
referencing Aquaman as like the paradigm of hotness now, because he really is.
He's as good as it gets.
Yep.
This is what my wife said. She goes, he's everybody's type.
Yeah.
Including
fish.
Yeah, he's a big, giant, handsome, beautiful man who seems to be extraordinarily kind.
Yeah,
like he's got everything
going for him. And like open, he dates an older woman that's older than him.
Yeah.
Like he exercises.
What does it say? Furthermore, sex strikes have historically been effective.
I opened this and didn't read it.
As pointed by Chicagoists in Kenya, the Philippines, Liberia. Thanks, Nobel Prize winner Lima. Say that. G-B-O-W.
Lema Gwobi.
Gbowie. And in Colombia, where women held a 10-day strike in 2006 to end gang fighting. Wow. It
is a great idea. It truly is. Like, if you want to affect change, just get I was saying to somebody last night, like, we all know, like, somebody was asking me about cheating and I was like, I'm not a cheater, but I was like, every guy does what they do. Most human achievement is because men wanted to get laid.
Yeah.
Like buildings, electricity.
If you think that scabs are a problem in unions, just trust me. If you got a fucking sex strike, them hoes are gonna come out of the
also
woodwork.
Like, well, what am I gonna use? I have no leverage. This is my main leverage.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, like it's a great bargaining tool.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it is the bargaining. I mean, that's in some ways that's most of the negotiation of a relationship is like where girls go like women don't control. It's like. They may not control it explicitly, but I know if I do something that's going to get you in a bad mood, you're not going to fuck me.
And legalized prostitution is one of the best ways to combat any kind of sex strike. And that is one reason why women fucking hate the idea of legalized prostitution. They don't ever want that to not be negotiable. They don't ever want you to be able to go, oh, I'm an asshole? Yeah, I'm going for a drive. And you go right down to the store.
Yeah.
Well, you go to the sex store and you pay for a 10 and she's built like Jessica Rabbit and you bang her and you have the time of your life. And then you go home and your girlfriend's got a little bit of a gut, their ass a little saggy, and you're like, no. I mean, you can't tell me what to do anymore.
I spent $80.
It wasn't that much.
Yeah.
Like if sex was legal, financially. If it was transactions, sexual
now having said that, it is
was
legal in a lot of countries, or not a lot of countries, but a few countries.
A few,
yeah,
enough. But if it was legal in this country, how much do you think it would shift perceptions and the way what people? I think it would.
I don't know, because I was just in Singapore and apparently it's legal there. By the way, I went to I was in Singapore, did some shows, excellent, and there was a place called it's Orchard Road, and it's a mall during the day, and at night it becomes a mall for prostitutes.
They have a prostitute mall?
Yes. It's
Orchard
storefronts? Road, and the awful saying for it is 4 floors of whores, which is I hate the word whore.
Why do you hate the word whore?
I don't know. It just bugs me. It's something about it's like, you whore. It just feels like dice or something.
You like hooker?
I don't know.
I like hooker as a term of endearment.
Hooker.
No, not like that.
Like Barney Miller, that kind of thing?
Shut your mouth, hooker. Like, you say that to your friend, like a girlfriend who's just joking around about something. Like, shut your mouth, hooker, and then everybody will laugh.
Yeah. So the local guys were going there, and I was like, well, yeah, I'm going to go also because I want to see this place because I've read about it. And there was a restaurant there that they ate in, which is a whole other issue. But it's literally like a mall, like a shitty mall, like not like a Glendale Galleria where it's like a long. It's just one of those like square ones where it's like 4 floors. There's an escalator in the middle, and then there's just basically like, and there's just prostitutes, hookers as you call them, out in the walkway.
Jamie's got a visual for us.
I was trying to find something, but I found a TripAdvisor review of Orchard.
Don't go at night. Yeah, wow. Don't go here at nighttime unless you want to be shocked a little. The whole place turns into countless brothel bars. I feel like I need to scrub myself after our visit.
I don't I was there about 3 minutes, and I was like, all right, because the thing is, there's a difference between legalized prostitution and anyone wanting to be a prostitute. They don't want to be. I mean, they are.
Right.
I don't think they're being forced or coerced, but life is coercing them into doing it.
What did you think about the Robert Kraft situation? Here's what bothered me about that. 2 things bothered me about that. One, they accused him of being a part of sex trafficking.
Right.
But it turns out that wasn't true. They were just regular girls who wanted to jerk guys off for money.
Right.
It wasn't. There's no one there.
Wanted, I think, is a big word.
Willing,
yes.
did it voluntarily, whatever. And they were threatening to release the film footage.
Yeah.
Of him, like, what are you doing? You're trying to shame him into submission, and the fact that this guy, even though he's a billionaire, he can't stop that from happening. Like, how crazy?
Well, the funny thing is the fact that he's a billionaire and still has to go to the fucking drive-through. It's like I wish there was a better system.
There should be a better system. Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be robots. I think sex robots are going to like blur the morality line.
I was at this is a similar thing about like there's no relief anywhere. I was at a party recently and DiCaprio was there, and there were a bunch. It was just like a huge crazy party, like crazy Hollywood party, like the kind I never go to. And there's just like just everyone's there, and DiCaprio's girl wanted to leave, and he goes, "Well, the girls are tired, so I got to leave the greatest party ever." Like he had to leave. Like even Leonardo DiCaprio, the king of kings. The girls are tired.
God, how long had they been at the party for?
I don't know, hour and a half or something. But there was like a dinner before. But it was just a funny thing. Like, oh, okay, so it doesn't matter who I am.
Yeah,
you're at the when whim. They're done. Yeah, when they're done, you gotta go. So
sometimes.
But having said that, we still all do it for some invisible Shangri-La.
I bet she would have stayed at the party for Aquaman.
You know what I mean?
I bet if Aquaman was there.
She met
would
Aquaman.
have been like, it's fine. Let's stay. Yeah, my feet are a little, but I'll take off my shoes. Whatever.
But yeah, we're still doing it for some primal, like all the achievements and all that shit. It's still some.
Yeah. Well, you want to be respected and loved and liked, and you want people to desire you.
Yeah.
That's part of it, right?
Even if you're not gonna take them up on it.
Right. Yeah,
like I told an anecdote on How Neal Feel this week about the best compliment I ever got. I was doing a show in Vegas with two buddies of mine who shall remain nameless. We get on the elevator at the end. Woman gets on and goes, "Can I just say, I'm married, but I would fuck all of you guys."
Whoa.
And it was great. It's like, oh, we feel accomplished. We did a great job at the show. You're attracted to us. You just happen to be married. And so nothing's ever going to happen. But thank you for expressing your attraction to us.
I wonder if she was saying, even though I'm married.
No, she was saying it like, just so you know, if I weren't married.
If I wasn't married, I'd fuck
and
all
and she didn't mean at the same time either.
She was a little drunk.
She was,
She
but
got a
even
little tipsy. She said some ridiculous shit.
But that's a very nice thing to say. Like
Very
that's
nice
kind of
thing.
what you want from everyone.
For a guy, yeah.
Like, hey, I would fuck you.
Girls don't want to hear that. They're like, yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
They
no
don't want to
kidding.
hear that. Yeah.